find the ground. So you want to place your feet shoulder width apart, sink the hips and then lengthen up through the spine, relax the shoulders, sink the shoulders, relax around the elbows and the wrists. So the contact through the feet, you want to have as much of the foot in touch with the ground as you can, and then you just gently draw the toes in as if you're standing on very soft, warm sand. So sink the hips, lengthen through the spine and then sink the shoulders. Just gently breathe in and breathe out. Right. Can everyone hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, okay, cool, thanks. Brilliant. So you just want to spend a bit of time with your feet, with your hips and with your shoulders. Good firm contact with the ground. And then just allow your head to float up, so that's through the backway point, as your hips and tailbone sink down, so that you get a nice stretch along the spine. And then notice the breath as it goes into the body, and notice the breath as it comes out of the body. Notice any sounds you can hear. So while you're softly gazing forward, you're listening behind and above. Relax around the knees. Relax around the jaw. Breathing, feeling very centered through your lower dantian. Feel this solid connection to the ground, and that you're owning your space, and that you're feeling comfortable in your space. And very gently just turn the waist, just allow the arms to flop round the body. Just breathe naturally. Sink the hips. So sort of theme for today, or today's class, is taking it easy. So we're just, just want to feel comfortable, you feel relaxed, as if you've got all the time in the world and all the space in the world. No problem. Relax around the elbows and the wrists. Relax the feet a bit more, sink the hips. You wanna kind of ease yourself into these movements. Okay, do a few more. And then just gently come to a stop when it feels right. Little shake now. Check your posture again, and then this time what we're going to do is aim the weight to go through the bubbling well of each point. So the bubbling well or yonchuan, if this is now a foot, I'll come a bit closer, you're just resting your weight just behind the ball of each foot. Just behind the ball of each foot. And the idea with the hips and the pelvis is it's almost as if you're just about to sit on a high stool. So you're just about to sit down. So that's the kind of feeling that you're cultivating in this part of the body. And then we're just going to travel from just behind the ball of the right foot to just behind the ball of the left foot. And you're feeling the weight transfer from foot to foot, but you're just going, at the moment, you're just going to about 60-40. And while you're transferring the weight, it's a very good way of building the strength in your legs. While you're transferring, you're still sinking the hips, you're lengthening through the spine, you're relaxing the shoulders, and the feeling under the arms is as if you've got a warm bread roll under each of your arms. So there should be a little bit of a space here and a feeling of openness through the shoulder joint, which is a ball and socket joint. So it's a freely, you know, on a good day, it's a freely movable joint. Breathing. Aware of your breathing, softly gazing forwards, listening behind and above. It's nice upward feeling through the spine. And imagine the feet as being spring-like in action. Okay, and then come back to the middle. And then what we'll do, actually I'll show you this from the sideways view. So again, I'm looking forwards, I'm listening behind and above, and I'm about to sit down with my sitting bones. And then I'm just going to rocking forwards and rocking back. And breathing. Do remember to breathe. So keep going forwards and back. And again, nice big thoughts through the body. Breathe some more, relax around the jaw, Okay, and then sink down just behind the ball of each foot. Now what we're going to do is going to do a circular move. We're going to go heel, heel, ball of the foot, and go round and round in a circle. So in order to do this, you need springy action in your legs. All through the spine. Breathing. This exercise is a really nice one to do on if you've got a thick carpet. Just then you get a real, then you can really feel the sensation underfoot. It's good to try this out on different surfaces. So at the moment I'm doing it on the concrete, but you can also do it on a nice thick lawn, and on an uneven ground it's quite interesting because you have to tweak things a bit. Keep breathing. Very nice. Feel tall. So on the surface, these exercises can be perceived as a little dull. You know, why aren't we just getting on with it? No, this is fundamental to feeling the ground and being aware of your body, moving in an embodied and relaxed way. Is the heart of the practice, really. Okay, come round in the other direction, just so you always want to do both sides so you're not leaving anything out. And we're breathing. So owning your space. Feel comfortable owning your space. It's great. That's it. Okay, now come back to the middle. Now, if you imagine that this is a foot, you're going from the inside of the heel to the outside of the ball of the foot, forwards and back, and then round and round in the arch of the foot. So we're just going to really talk about the foot contact today. So just go forwards and back, but you're moving from the inside and outside of the arch of the foot. So it's actually a much smaller amount of movement compared to when we were doing it between the heel and where the ball of the foot and toes meet. So let go in the lower back, sink the hips, sink the shoulders. So it's almost as if your mind is moving forwards and back of that balance point, actually. It's a lot smaller. Okay, now sink down and we'll do the circle, but again on the inside of the arch of each foot. So much smaller. And we're breathing. And then go in the other direction. So exploring the inside of the arch of the foot. And sink the hips, lengthen through the spine, relax the shoulders. Okay, now this time we're going to do the inside turn. So we turn towards the weighted leg and we're just turning to each of the corners. I'll show you that from the diagonal view. It's just a very kind of nonchalant moving of the weight. But at the same time, I'm aiming to get my weight through the same spot in each foot. There we go. Relax around the jaw. Breathing. Yes. That's not bad at all. Relax your shoulders a bit more. Again, tall through the body, relaxing the shoulders. Okay, now this time we'll do the outside turn. So you sink into the foot, lengthen through the body, and then turn to the opposite corner. Transfer, turn, transfer, turn. That's it. You want your knees pointing where the toes point. So they're nicely lined up. So when the knee is in line with the toes, and it's a much happier knee joint than if it's out of line, because then the muscles, both sides of the knee, are being used equally. Relax around the jaw. Okay, back to the middle. Okay, this time take a slightly wider stance, and then I'll do this, I'll just demonstrate this first. So what I do is I close this hip, I turn the foot in on the heel, I transfer my weight, I sink down a bit more and freeze this leg up to open the hip. Close, transfer, sink, open. Close, transfer, sink, open. And again, the knees are in line with the toes. So it's okay if you want, just for now, to have a look down and make sure that knee is in line. Eventually you'll be able to feel kinesthetically when your knees are in line and when your knees are out of line. And then we speed up a bit and just get the arms to swing round. Okay, so in this part of the class, we're going to do some of the basic exercises and then have a little look at part of the wild horse's mane as a walking exercise. So it's good to get the body nicely connected via the loosening exercises, and then you raise the palms up. Think of a nice open feeling through the chest, again sinking the hips, moving from a really calm, quiet, centered space. That's it. Okay, one more time each side. A little shake out. Okay, tune into your springs. We'll just have a quick go through the rest of the loosening exercises. And then change. So you're getting a nice open feeling, I'll show you that from the side, open feeling through the chest. Relax around the elbow. And change. So, with this exercise, you want to have a good contact with the arms and the body. So have a little shake out, have a watch. So demonstration, I transfer the weight and I turn. So I'm doing the outside turn. So this is what's happening underneath. And you're using your sleepy tiger eyes to softly gaze forward in a relaxed and alert manner. So we're doing the outside turn, and then the arms, if I do it in slow motion, they're touching the body. So you actually want to physically connect pretty much most of the forearm and hand with your chest, and then the back of the forearm with your lower back. So the back of the forearm against the lower back, and then you come back up to the middle. And we'll do it a few in slow motion and then we'll speed it up. So last week we were on the Friday class, we were doing slow punching and fast punching, and it's the same with any of the movements. You can do them slowly, and you can do them faster. So feel that the body's nice and connected. Show you that from the back, a little further back. And then a little bit quicker. So just nice and relaxed. And breathing. There we go. So that's the first of the loosening exercises that I learned from Master Chung a few years back now. I learnt these 3 loosening exercises from them. They're great, but they're just very good for connecting the body and making sure you're moving in an engaged manner. Okay, check the posture. Just do a few of these. Oh, so it's just again from the side. Okay, and then check the posture, change again. Again from the side, you're doing this. You're just allowing your arms to be swung back and forwards. Show you that. Good. Posture. And change. That one, wobbling. So eventually the circle that you make with your right hand and left hand are exactly the same diameter. So you want to really let go in that shoulder joint, let go in both shoulder joints, sink the hips. Breathe in. Okay. Okay, we'll do some leg loosening exercises. So we're just going to swing forwards and back. 3, 4, 5. If you want, you can use a wall. 6, 7, but legs on the outside. 8, 9, 10. Okay, try that the other side. So you'll have to have the wall that side and the leg on the outside. I'll just swing with my arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then circle outwards and circle inwards. Again, you can use a wall for stability, or a chair, or just have your hands out for balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just do 8, 7, 8. Inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shake out. I'll go back a little. This time we're going to look at bow and arrow stance. Pull through the body. I'll just show you that from the side. And you're just very gently sinking into the front foot, sinking through the back foot. You're nice and tall through the body. You're relaxed around the jaw. You're looking forward. You're listening behind and above. Gently drawing in with the toes, sink the hips, lengthen through the spine. Breathe in and out. Okay, try that with the other foot forward. So you want to take your time first to set up your Wu Chi. You want to get your Wu Chi stance correct, and then keeping that same gap between the heels. Then you set up your bow and arrow stance, or gong boots as they call it. Shake out. Brilliant. Okay, we'll do some basic qigong exercises. We'll just do, and then we'll have a look at part the wild horse's mane. So we'll do rooting down first. Nice amount of space in the palms of the hands. Imagine you're moving through water. Relax the elbows. Feeling the hips rising and sinking. One more time. Just let the arms hang by the sides. Just check your posture. And then flying wild goose. And down. Keep breathing, very nice. Okay, relax the palms of the hands more and imagine you're moving through water. One more time. Relax the shoulders, lengthen through the body, and then part the clouds. Back a bit, so I'm out of camera shot. So this nice rounded shape in the arms, opening the chest. I'll show you that from the diagonal. Down.
Howdy.
Hi.
Got loads of blackberries if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll have some later. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll leave them out.
Thanks mate. Fabulous.
From the graveyard.
Nice. Oh, I do like my neighbourhood.
Oh, the door's locked. When does that ever happen?
We'll have to go around the front, never mind.
That's the first time it's ever been locked.
That's very unusual. Don't get locked doors where I live. Okay, one more time. Okay, we're going to change the exercise to dragon plucks the stars from the sky. So get in touch with your inner dragon and then off we go. So we just gently stretch up. Feel that shoulder working. Feel that gentle stretch along one side of the body. Hold your star and then pull down. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Relax around the jaw. And then one more time each side. Oh. Take a slightly wider stance. And we just practice shifting and turning. Shifting and turning. Sink the hips. Go into Cheng Bao. And this move's actually called Cheng Bao Yao Fa in not particularly pronounced Mandarin. Cheng Bao Yao Fa. And oh, thanks, mate.
No worries, enjoy them.
I've got blackberries after I finished teaching. Great, thank you. Fab. Oh, it's a big bag. It's healthy, you know, blackberries and cream. So relax the hands, sink the hips, breathing. So you want your breathing nice and even. Okay, now we've got the idea of this sort of movement. Hold the ball, turn, hold the ball. So we're going to look at wave hands like clouds health exercise, and then we're actually going to turn that into the part the wild horse's mane health exercise. So we're breathing. I'll come a bit closer actually, now I'm not having to raise my arms up high, then you can see a bit easier as to what I'm doing. So I transfer my weight, then I turn. I transfer my weight and then I turn. Keep breathing. Keep breathing some more. Fab. Okay, now go to this side and we're going to do part the wild horse's mane. So you transfer your weight, turn to the corner, raise the palm up, push the hand down. Then you transfer the weight across, hold the ball, bring the hands across. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more of these. So feeling the weight. A little shake out. Okay, well, have a look at fisherman cast the net and double-handed push. Just to get that forwards and back movement. I'll show you that from the diagonal. So I sink back, I sink forward, the hands follow, I sink back and the hands follow. And you want to really relax around the shoulders, softly gaze forward, listen behind, listen above. Breathing, relaxed around the elbows, wrists and hands. One more time, and then double-handed push. time. Try that with the other foot forward. So again, you want to take your time to get your feet in the right places. And we'll just do fisherman cast the neck. Really relax. Soften the arms. So let's go forwards and back. That's not bad at all, everybody. Very good. And then we'll change after this one to double-handed push or pushing waves. Relax the jaw, lengthen through the spine, nice tall forks. 2 more times. Right, now you've all been lulled into a false sense of security, let's have a little look at part the wild horse's mane. We'll do a few on one side and then we'll do a few on the other, and then we'll do some walking part the wild horse's mane. So demonstration. So I sink back. Actually, I will show it from the diagonal. It may make more sense, it might not. So I sink back, I turn, I'm holding the ball. Then I transfer my weight, I turn back to the front, and I part the wild horse's mane. And we're going to do this a few times. So we did it in a kind of slightly bigger stance. Now we're going to do it from bow and arrow stance. So here we go. We'll just do a few, maybe about 5 or 6. 1. We'll do 6. 2. 3. That's nice. 4. Tall through the spine. Breathing. 5. And 6. Great. Try that with the other foot forward. Again, I'll show from the diagonal first. So we're going like this. And you wanna practice your soft focused gaze. You want to be nice and tall. Good good posture. 1. 2. 3. Nice. Hold the ball. So remember, you don't want to be in too much of a hurry when you're doing this. You want to give yourself enough time and enough space for 5 and one more time 6 to do the movement correctly. Okay, I'll just check I think my alarm will be 3 minutes before my alarm goes off. Okay, so footwork. What we'll do is we're going to practice the 4-part walking pattern. I'll show this coming forwards and I'll also show it from the side view. So you start here, you go 1. So those exercises we were doing, you can use those for your footwork. So we go 1, heel toe. 2, transfer the weight. 3, sink back, turn to the corner. 4, sink forwards. 1, swing the leg through, heel, toe. 2, transfer the weight. 3, sink back and turn. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll show you it sideways view. So just so you can see the lengthening through the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have done that in my elbow, shouldn't I? Never mind. 1, 2, naughty, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then just go for a walk. So how to walk around the supermarket. 1, 2, daily life training. 3, 4. Nice and relaxed. You want to really sink those hips, and the forwards and back is a horizontal, smooth way of moving. Okay, right, from the diagonal view, we will now incorporate the part the wild horse is made. How strange. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we put that all together. Step, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try that again. I'll start from that corner again. Okay, and then we'll just go for a nice walk, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a few more steps. Just to really drum into the importance of the footwork. Now try it again with the arms. So while you're moving, you want to feel this very quiet palm space. Finding the stillness within the movement. And then one more round. Shake out. Let's go back to part of the wild horse's main health exercise, just to kind of feel that it's still working. Okay, one more time each side. Okay. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stroking the back. One more time. Check your posture. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. Okay, this time, rub the hands together and polish the face. So we'll see if it works today. So imagine you're smoothing out your face. And then rub the hands together again and then give your back a rub. And while you're rubbing your back, you're having a little bit of a bounce as well. Check your posture again. Just put my specs back on. Breathe in and out. Embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. Couple more times. Relax the arms and just stand for a moment. So feel the ground under your feet, feel your hips sink, your spine lengthen, feel that you've got lots of space in the body, and softly gazing forward, listening behind and above as you gently breathe in and gently breathe out. own your space and feel comfortable in your space. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top feet together, and bow. Great. Okay, so we'll have a very short break. Those of you that are staying for the full class, those of you that are leaving now, well done. That was really nice. And yeah, we'll carry on very shortly. I'll just pause the recording. Start recording again. Right, so let's have a look at some of those leg exercises. But first we'll do this. Do feel free to come along to my... There's a Thursday afternoon class, 1 till 2. That is now punches, kicks and broadsword. It was Chen, but I think I'm punches, kicks and broadsword. And then my Friday morning class, 11:30 till 12:30, Tai Chi Fit. And we're doing more the sort of martial moves, but also some of the very soft exercises and standing. So they're it's another way of getting your kicks. So you just want to make sure you can feel the waist working. Okay, right, let's do the one that I think Amy called it the puppet. Is it floppy puppet exercises? I can't remember. Write it down. Tap it in the chat to everybody. Amy named this exercise, which I thought was great. So while we're waiting to do it, I'll just explain what happens. So now when you're doing the kicks, you want to make sure the knees are kept soft. So you're not fully extending, you're still keeping a little bit of a bend. Now you don't have to kick up high like they do in the videos. You can just do a little low kick and that's just as good. So we do it out to the front first, and then if you look at the direction indicated by my arms, we kick out to the corners. I'll try not to kick the microphone. I've got a new microphone and it seems to be working quite well. And then you kick across the corner. Again, miss the microphone, miss the tea flask. And then you do your hamstring curls. I'll show that from the back, like that. And then you tap the sides of your ankles. And then you hoof up with the foot. And we'll do 2 lots of 8. So you can have the hands hanging by the sides, you can have them up if you want, you can have them on your waist. It's kind of whatever works for you, that is what you shall do. But you want to tune into the natural springy elasticity of the body. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So soft in the knees. 6, 7 and 8. Right, now out to the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And then across to the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hamstring, straight up from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tap the sides of the ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then wiggle your legs that way and that way. That way, that way, that way, that way. Good. Okay, so let's have a look at the legs for Golden Rooster. So you need to be able to transfer your weight and also to keep your hips level. And then when the hips are level, then it's easier to stand on one leg. So we're going to do the 2 ways of doing Golden Rooster. You can point the toes down or you can point the toes forward. Kind of. So pointing the toes forward's quite good. I'll show you that from the diagonal, because that's what's happening with your hand. They're both, so the hand and the toes, the fingers and toes point forward in this version. Keep the hips down. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do some faster ones. And then we're going to hold, just to practice standing on one leg. You can also try out just the toe pointing down. I've seen that version as well. Both have got different reasons for doing things. That way, that one's quite nice for just letting the ankle just hang there. It's quite more chilled out. But this one's quite good because if you wanted to, you could do a little kick. Actually, you could do that with both. Okay, right now, what we're going to do, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. 10. Now you can use your hands for balance. 9, 8 or a wall. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So have a little shake out. So what you want to do is focus more on getting the body correctly aligned. Rather than as an expense. So standing on one leg, it's better to be correctly lined up than standing on one leg and being all out of, you know, you want to be in line. So if you manage to not stand on one leg but stay in line, that is better than standing on one leg out of line. If that, yeah. So when you stand on one leg, you don't have to have your knee, eventually the knee there's a 90-degree angle between your knee and the body, but if that's too tricky, you can just do that, or you can just do cat stance. The important thing is that your hips are level, your shoulders are level, your shoulders and your hips are sinking, and this leg is slightly bent and springy. The standing on one leg, that's like the icing on the cake. So let's try this again. 10, 9, 8, whoops, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, so you get your balance first, then you do your countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a look at the arms for Golden Rooster or Golden Cockerel. So it goes up, or actually I will show that from the diagonal view. It goes up and forwards. There's a bend in the arm. My hand is in line, if you have a look, with my shoulder, show from the side. And the shape of the hand, that's called the lion's mouth. Lion's mouth. So it's slightly forward, slightly up, and it's like you kind of on someone's. So it's got quite a positive forward feel to it. If you were, so you might try it with both. How's that? Just hold them up. Yeah. So if you look at where my elbows are, they're not like that. They're like that. So the elbows are coming in slightly, rather than like that. It's slightly in. There we go. Now just try one, and then we'll like that. Whoop. So this is like this, and this hand is palm down. Oh, and relax. Right, we'll try and set up the other side. So one hand pushes down, and again it's in like a tiger's mouth shape. There's a bend in the elbow. It's a bend in the elbow and a slightly rounded feeling in the arm. It's slightly similar to when you're doing part wild horses made, but maybe a more subtle version. So instead of this, you're doing this. So, and the other thing is you want to make a connection between your elbow, knee, hand and foot, shoulder and hip. And just practice in your own time, standing. So Golden Rooster, it's almost like those of you that come to my Friday class, we were looking at the uppercut on Friday. So we're going uppercut. So that's the front uppercut, rear uppercut. If you look at where my elbow is in relation to my body when I'm doing my uppercuts, it's kind of similar. If I did it with the tiger's mouth, this is what I'd be. Actually, that's quite a useful exercise. Brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're going to go that way, that way, that way, that way. So that's it. So I'm sinking here and going the same side rather than the opposite. Then I transfer my weight, I sink into this leg, and then this arm comes up. Think about the hand, foot, elbow, knee, shoulder, hip. Boom. This other hand presses down. Like when you're patting a dog. So, also, think about the upness and downness of the arms. Have another watch. Have another watch. So what's happening, if I do it without the weight shift, so as this hand comes down, this hand comes up. So what I'm not doing is one, then the other, one, then the other. No, I'm doing them together. So try it without the weight shift and get the arm about just maybe slightly higher than shoulder height, maybe slightly higher but not too much, and also with a slight forward feel. Fab. Okay, now we'll go back to the one with the weight shift, just so then we can. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're doing the outside turn. just for this movement. 2, 1. Okay. As you raise with the hand, think of something going down through the balancing foot. So there's a down through the leg and this arm to balance the upness of the arm. And we're all breathing. Keep breathing, everybody. That's quite important. Okay, right, now have a look. With all that incorporated, Golden Cockerel stands on right leg, Golden Cockerel stands on left leg. So we'll just do it as like this is a bit like the bouncing a ball while marching exercise from the 18 set. I will ask Mike how he does his feet in this, because the problem is I've had a few people teach this to me. Some of them have got the foot hanging down and some of them have got the toes pointing forward. So just for something to do, we'll keep the toes pointing forward for this particular class, but don't be surprised if next week I say, oh no, Mike's doing it like this now. Just one of those things. I'll show you that from the diagonal. So there we are. So there's this upward feeling in the knee and the hand, and a forward feeling in the hand, fingers and the toes. So elbows down, elbows down. Okay, and then for fun, try it holding posture. So we just set ourselves up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we can fall over and then try on the other side. Much better balance, Amy. Good job, mate. See, practicing does help. 10, 9, hips level. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How to impress a physio. Yeah. So, just so you can see it in context. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Fair Lady, whoops, works at shuttles. Fair Lady runs out of camera space, but there we go. But that's where, so the Golden Cockerel happens, you go snake creeps down into Golden Cockerel, stands on left leg, and then snake creeps down into Golden Cockerel, stands on right leg, and then you go into your four corners. So that's where it is in the context of the form. Okay, I'll just check the time. Oh my goodness. Right, let's have a look at the kick. So the kicking part is another thing that requires you to be able to sink your hips and keep your hips level and be aligned. So the first kick, I'll show you from the mirror. So we've done this, block over left leg, so this is me mirroring, and then you kick with right leg, so you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you kick with left leg what I'll do, so I'll be pointing that way, but you won't be able to see what I'm doing, so I'm now going to point it that way. But really it's in that direction. So the second kick, you come up, now you turn. So there's an extra move, this move in the second kick. The first kick, you just kick out. The second kick, you come out there, then you kick, then you come back, and then you go to this move. This is like similar to that bit in single whip, except this time the hand is much higher up before you do your snake creeps down. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll show it from the diagonal, because then hopefully when I turn round you'll be able to see a bit better, or I might be completely wrong. Let's find out. So sink back, turn, block over left leg, kick with right leg, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Grasp the tiger's ears, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, that sort of worked. Okay, before we do that, how are we doing for time? Oh yikes. Okay, let's just practice. So remember, the hand that you're kicking with, that's the one that's in front and lines up with the leg. The one that you're not kicking with, the counterbalancing hand, that will be towards the corner, and some people do go out to the side, but I prefer to be corner and front, corner and front. So let's just do that with the arms first. Corner and the front, corner and the front. So if you look at that plant here, so that's plant and front, and then put the flask there. So I'm lining up either with a flask or the plant. And there's this open feeling. Yeah, we are cooking on gas. Fab. So it's almost like, we haven't done it in the Friday, but there are chopping movements as well as the slaps. So it's like it's actually quite similar to the downwards cutting thing when we do the sword on the Thursday. We were looking at, I've made the video, I've just got to put it up on YouTube. I don't know how to do that, but I made a video of the basic downward X, choppy ones, and horizontals, because we've not really covered that in the, there's the form, but you can't really see what the things are. So anyway, this is similar to that. Boom. And you want to keep the arms loose. So we'll have a look at it proper next week. It's just getting the standing on one leg bit. If that's a lot easier to deal with, then that's one less thing we've got to worry about so much when we're trying to do it as a whole thing. Much better. Okay, now for fun. Dum, da, da. Oh. And we'll just, if you want, you can go back to play the peeper just for completion's sake. That, play the peeper. So the front hand is the one that was already in front. We're not swapping the hands round. This stays in front. This goes to the wrist. This stays in front. This goes to the wrist. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do it along diagonals. Then that'll be easier to see. 1, 2, and we go down and breathe. And we're nice and relaxed because we're doing Tai Chi, So we know how to relax and we feel comfortable. So whatever it is you are doing, whether it is what I'm doing, or whether it is a variation that you're doing, feel comfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, feel comfortable feeling uncomfortable. There we go. Much better. It really does help if you just do something ad nauseum. There we go. This is very good, everybody. Good effort. And relax the shoulders. Okay, once more, each side with feeling. Okay. Right. Okay, just for a minute or so, let's go back to part the wild horse's main walking exercise. So I'll just do the sideways thing. So we're just gonna and then that side, very good. We just go for a little walk. There we are, marvellous. Much better. 3. Okay, just do one more. Fab. Really good. Okay, have a little shake out. Let's come back to the very first exercise we were doing. So you turn your waist, feel the arms flopping. And hopefully you're feeling a bit more connected, more balanced and centred. And we're all breathing. Nice. Okay, so to finish off we're going to do the triple heater exercise. Just to remind you what's happening with the feet on it. So for the first 2 rounds you go up on the ball of the foot. For the final one, you go up on the toes and back down again. So, here we go. And we do 3 rounds. Relax the shoulders. Oh, thanks. It's really good. Great. So I don't need to pick blackberries, I don't need to water the garden either. It's good. And down. And then up. And down. Okay, one more round. Up. And then embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. So relax the shoulders more, sink the hips, that's it. And the arms just very gently float up. Come in and float down. So shoulders, just check your posture. Just stand in tall bow for a bit. And then imagine you've got a warm ball of light between your hands. So you're stretching and squashing that ball of light. So this is an exercise I copied from Master Chung on YouTube. I just quite liked it. And then you turn the ball around and stretch it along the diagonals. I acquired it. And then place your hands on your lower dantian and just breathe for a moment. Just tuning into that calm, quiet space. Sink the hips. Lengthen through the body. And then make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together, and bow. Great. Oh.